The clock struck 11:45 p.m. as Arjun stood at the nearly empty bus stop. The street lights flickered weakly, casting long shadows on the deserted road. His shirt was damp from the drizzle, and his eyes were tired, not just from the day, but from the last 5 years of his life. He had left his hometown to chase dreams in the city. But dreams, he had learned, weren't always kind. He worked at a small electronics shop by day, delivering parcels by night. The city had taken his time, his sleep, even his laughter. But he stayed, hoping one day he'd make it big enough to return home proudly. That night, he held an old letter from his mother. Her words faded with time. "Come home soon, Arjun. The house feels empty without your voice." He hadn't seen her in 5 years. Calls had become rare. Money was always short. Promises to visit were always broken. The last bus of the night pulled up with a screech. Arjun climbed aboard, the conductor barely glancing at him. There were only 3 passengers: an old man in a brown coat, a woman with a sleeping child, and a boy with headphones staring out the window. Arjun sat in the back, pressing the letter to his chest. As the bus moved through the dark streets, he closed his eyes. His thoughts swirled. The times he lied to his mother about being fine. The gifts he never sent. The birthdays he forgot. Guilt crept through him like a slow ache. After a while, the bus stopped at a lonely stretch of road near a bridge. The driver turned back and said, "End of the line." Arjun blinked. "But this isn't my stop." The driver frowned. "Son, this is the last bus. There's nothing beyond this point tonight." Arjun stepped off hesitantly. The road was silent, the fog thick. He checked his phone, no signal. He began walking, hoping to find another ride. Minutes passed. Then he heard footsteps behind him. It was the old man from the bus. "Strange night to be out," the man said with a kind smile. His voice was gentle, warm. "Where are you headed?" "Home," Arjun replied softly. "After a long time." The old man nodded. "Home has a way of waiting for us, even when we think it won't." They walked together in silence for a while. The fog grew heavier, the night colder. Suddenly, the old man stopped. "This is where we part, son," he said, handing Arjun a small key. "You'll need this." Arjun frowned, confused. "What for?" But when he looked up again, the old man was gone. He turned around. The road was empty. Only the wind whispered through the trees. A shiver ran down his spine, but he continued walking until he saw lights ahead, a cluster of houses. To his shock, it was his village. "How?" he whispered. He had taken a bus within the city. How had he reached his village hundreds of miles away? He ran down the familiar path, his heart racing. His mother's house stood at the end of the lane, lights glowing softly through the curtains. He rushed to the door and knocked. No answer. He pushed it open. Inside, the air smelled of incense. His mother was sitting on the floor beside a framed photo, his photo, surrounded by candles. Her eyes were wet with tears. He froze. "Ma," he whispered. She didn't react. She couldn't hear him. "Please, Ma, I'm here," he shouted, stepping closer, but his voice echoed hollowly, as if the world no longer heard him. Then he saw it, a newspaper clipping beside the photo. "Delivery man dies in late-night bus accident. No survivors." The letter fell from his hand. His knees went weak. The fog, the strange bus, the kind old man. It all made sense now. He looked down at the key in his hand. It glowed faintly, warm in his palm. Somehow, he knew what it meant. It was his key home. Arjun knelt beside his mother, tears falling silently. He wanted to tell her he was sorry for every missed call, every broken promise. but words no longer reached her world. He touched her hand one last time, and a calm warmth spread through him. The candles flickered gently, as if the air itself whispered farewell. When his mother looked up moments later, she felt something, a soft presence, a familiar peace. She smiled faintly through her tears. "Welcome home, my son," she whispered. Morale: life never guarantees another tomorrow. Don't wait too long to go home, to say sorry, or to say, "I love you." Sometimes the last bus doesn't come twice.